podcast is intended for mature audiences. The views and opinions expressed are those of the panelists and do not reflect in any way those of the podcast partners, sponsors, or affiliates. Enjoy.
Hi, this is Michael Buffer, and you're listening to the voice of the people. Let's get ready for Boxing Voice.
You could have been anywhere in the world, but you're here with me.
You are now tuned into the Boxing Voice Radio. Join us every Thursday and Sunday, live at 7 p.m. Eastern Time.
Thaboxingvoice.com.
What up, what up, what up? Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to another edition of Untitled, where we sit back, relax, and talk a little bit of anything. We do have a guest, though, today. And joining us will be fabulous Fiona from here in Las Vegas. No, I can't put the glasses on, man. I left them in the vet, and the vet is at the shop. And the shop is ready, but I'm live. Yeah. When
duty calls, right?
You know what I mean? You know, Superman, Clark Kent turned into Superman. I had to come to work. You know what I mean? But the vet, I found a spot to mod the vet, baby. Yeah. Shit about to look like the Batmobile.
So you
excited?
Changing the color to black?
Nah.
Oh, okay.
Nah, I mean just chunky. It's gonna be chunky, like beefy. You know what I'm saying? It's gonna be like Nikki in the back now.
Yeah, I seen what you
know
get.
What I'm saying?
I saw what you getting done. It's pretty dope.
I'm excited, man.
What's next? What's like the one thing that maybe not right now, but like maybe, you know, a bit expensive right now?
I mean, if we're not factoring in money, then I would do like a twin turbo or a supercharger. I could imagine a supercharger because you know that's a mid-engine, right? So that back window shows you the engine. I can imagine a supercharger right there, put the LED lights in red, and you just see that shit just fucking cranking. Oh my God. Bro, but look, when I had a GTO, a supercharger package was like 11 or 13 grand for that. This a vet with a mid-engine.
So what you thinking, 25?
I don't even want to think. I don't even want to think, honestly. It's like, because when you start fucking with that much power too, even though I would go supercharger over twin turbo, because twin turbo, you definitely could break the engine. You know, you're going to break your motor or at least blow a head, you know, if you ain't a real driver. So I would definitely stick to supercharger, and that could keep the price down. But once you start modding the car like that, you know, you end up with other problems, man. And at this age, I just want to chill. You know what I'm saying? I just want to chill. But
I see you got the house hunt in the title.
Yeah, man. Yeah, because, you know, I know we having fabulous Fiona from Las Vegas, but I'm buying a house here in Las Vegas, and it's not easy, man. It's not easy. Like, you guys, it's either like $500,000 and better, or under $500,000, it's pretty trash. You know what I mean? Like, you gotta fight for a house at this, in that anything under 500,000. Like you just contending and with so many people. And it makes it difficult for real. And then not being from Vegas, I gotta take everyone else's advice, everyone else's opinion of neighborhoods. And the funny thing is, I'm in Summerlin, right? Where Henderson is considered the best place to live in. I'm fucking loving Summerlin. Like, I love Summerlin. I just ran the mountains yesterday chilling in Summerlin. Like, if I could afford it, I would be on Mesa Drive. And one of them brand new ones that they making overlooking the city.
Yeah,
like,
them
Jesus.
joints nice. You know them a million or better.
But I want to say they're not, because if you notice, like, you got to be good with architecture. They're 4 units. Those are 4 different balconies.
What?
Promise you. I'll drive you through there tonight. 4 different balconies. Austin always says, only you can hear me. And he gives you that voice of God. And it's true. You guys can't hear that Austin just hit us up, but it still catches you off guard. And you're like, and you
I try to be subtle about it.
I know, but that's what's funny, because he tries to, like, he thinks doing this voice, hey guys, only you can hear me. it's gonna help. And you're like, what the fuck?
Bro, next time just go.
I'll just use like
What
subliminal.
the hell?
Yeah, to
I'll
get
just
our
do subliminal
attention
messages
first.
next time. We'll be like,
that's what
all your money away.
Caribbean dudes do that to women and shit. Like, like, yo, what the fuck? Ain't nobody stopped because you said.
Yeah, y'all wildin'. That's funny as hell.
Yeah, man.
Stephen Smith, you are correct, my friend.
What does Steven Smith say?
He says Ringwalker looks fried.
Oh, so
Why
Danny.
don't you?
Danny lives in Henderson, and then you have some friends that live in Henderson, but it's another part, right?
I mean, yeah, Henderson's pretty big.
Hendertucky or right?
Nah. They're up there. I don't even know the name.
You know
of
what?
the
Don't even
neighborhood.
put it out there. But they're so exclusive that it's like you can touch the mountain. It feels like you can literally touch the mountain. Like I kind of got upset, and I'm not like one of those eco dudes or save the world dudes, but it's like, damn, they taking the mountain too. It's like they took the mountain.
They're trying to take Red Rock a few years ago. The national park we have here. Yeah, it took like Imagine Dragons like using their platform to like raise awareness to not build on a national park.
I mean, it is beautiful in Red Rock. I was over there. That's the first thing I did was go to Red Rock, and I can imagine having a house on those rocks just overlooking all that beautifulness.
I was just telling us that on the way up to Mount Charleston now, there's like houses up like along the way.
I'm tempted to buy. There's like a cottage there up in Mount Charleston for like 100 and something thousand, but you can only live in it like certain parts of the year.
Why?
I think it just gets snowed in. So, but I was like, dang man, it's like a summer home because it's way better up there than it is down here in the 100-degree, weather.
Yo, shout out to Stephen Smith. He's right. Harding has us right.
Yeah, shout out to Harding.
Shout out to my good friends over at Harding, Jesse and Bonix. We appreciate you.
Always. But it looks like we are getting our first guest of the day.
Okay, fabulous Fiona's coming in the building. You might know her from Mayweather Promotions boxing channel. She's been doing interviews on that channel for quite some time now. But we're about to give you an opportunity to get to know a little bit more about Fabulous, which is your legal name.
My legal name. Yes,
Man,
sir.
You should have been a singer.
Should have been a lot of things.
Who knows? We don't know what you are. That's what this interview was all about. Obviously, you were introduced to us via the Mayweather Boxing channel, or at least that's the first time that I have ever seen you. I don't know about you, Danny.
Same.
Okay, so how'd you get that start?
A lot of people. It started modeling, really doing different events around the city. I originally started doing skincare and medical spa, but that wasn't my passion, laser technician and stuff like that. So I started doing fashion shows and different events around the city. So the Nevada Boxing Hall of Fame was brought to me by my friend Ren Grant. He's a comedian. He had a store next to the Nevada Boxing Hall of Fame, and I was their picture girl. So Jody had came in there, and he had his camera doing his thing, and I'm very bubbly. You know what I mean? I like to talk. Well, I'm nervous right now.
You're nervous? For what? She's used to being, but you're used to being in front of the camera, but used to being
controlled content. Yeah. It's controlled content. It's my first time being on a podcast. So.
Okay.
Yeah, but like I said, I just grabbed the mic and I was talking, and then he liked what I did. So Jeff was absent for the Ortiz and Wilder fight, and he asked me if I wanted to join along and kind of fill in, and I did.
Ortiz Wilder 1 or 2?
2019. This
second
was 2.
one.
Oh, 2. Okay.
So yeah, Bones Adams allowed me to come to his gym. I met the Vargas brothers there. Emiliano was my first one. A lot of people have been open arms to me, you know what I mean? And they wanted to see me do my thing, and so why not capitalize?
Absolutely. So I seen that on your Instagram you have a pin of you being, I don't know if is it a figure? No.
It was
figure model? Is that what they call it?
Yes, a bikini competition. So I had went to Paul Mitchell for a cosmetology school. A girl there, her mom was a fitness trainer. So back in January of 2019, I was going through a lot, and I just needed to sit down and focus, and that was my focus. So by April of 2019, I sat down for about 3 months, no drinking, no smoking, no eating, everything green, everything protein. And I won it. And I think I proved a lot to myself during that time. And I think that was really my door and my gateway to this now. So
you look a lot thinner back then. How much did you weigh?
I had went from 163. My stage weight was 138. I was 8% body fat. I started at 23% body fat. Wow. And I was actually the last one to enter the competition.
Because you're tall. I mean, I've always seen you with heels, or I haven't noticed if you've wore flats, but I want to say 5'10"?
I'm 5'8".
Oh, okay. So,
yeah.
Okay. Still tall.
It's just the weight I put on probably makes me a little bit taller looking, or, but yeah. I think I built a lot of respect for boxers doing that as well, because that was 3 months for me. That was hard. Your relationships change. And I think I had a spiritual awakening during that time, definitely. So
how so?
Have you ever sat in the house for 3 months and didn't go out, didn't drink, all I had was YouTube. So I learned a lot.
But you trained in your home?
No, I had a trainer. Her name was Miss Yvette. Like I said, her mom, I went to Paul Mitchell first. My girl put me onto her mom, and her mom trained me for free. She didn't even charge me. Everybody else she was charging. And I had a lot of people invest into me. So you know what I mean? A lot of people believe in me and invest into me. So yeah, for 3 months I trained, and I won every category. But I think sometimes your highest rise is also followed by some of your downfalls.
Don't say that.
I mean? Yeah.
I'm having a good old time.
But it was a learning experience. I've watched you guys, and you know a lot about Vegas and Vegas girls and all different type of things there is out here. Staying focused is not easy, especially when I could be out every night if I wanted to.
Of course.
Bro,
as a female in general, so I can imagine just in Las Vegas, that is a city that literally doesn't sleep.
I follow girls on Instagram. I don't see how they do it. Literally every night they out to the wee hours of the morning. I'm like,
it depends on age too. Like, I don't know, maybe just me as I age. I'm 26 now. I can't do it. 2 days of drinking, I need 2 weeks to recuperate easily. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I'm not a drinker.
Yeah, I stopped drinking.
What y'all do up in here? Trees?
Yes. Yeah, shout out to Harading, our friends.
Yeah, shout out to our
that
friends.
keep us with the finest.
Right.
Over 90 strains, by the way.
So what's your
on
strain?
display. On display.
You ever get anxiety? What is your strain?
So
sativa,
anything cookies I'm good with. We've been picking up a lot of different strains that come from cookies, and ice cream cake. Funky drummer. Funky drummer's on fire. Lemon pepper. The lemon pepper. Man, it's just so many because we're in Vegas. See, I'm originally from the East Coast, so for me, like, variety wasn't a thing. It's just like what your dealer has is what you're gonna get. So being able to come here and like get these legacy strains, that's why, I'm happy that we have that partnership, because I'm older than y'all, so like I want some Urkel Purple or some just anything old. Like I was telling him, it was something that he didn't even want to get. I'm like, no, get that. Like this is fire. And then he got it. And if you don't know the name, it's difficult. So
what do you guys smoke out of? You smoke out of backwoods?
No.
Combs
you
only. Spliffs. A lot of people don't know spliffs out here.
Just combs. Just combs.
So that's another thing. I work with a brand. I do the trade shows out here.
Okay.
So
are you going to be at the Las Vegas Cannabis Award Music Festival? I hope I didn't mess that up. It's like July 9th.
Champs is coming up next month.
I don't know.
You heard of Champs?
No.
Gotta tap into it.
Is it on Instagram or Google?
Both. Just type in Champs on Google. It's your best bet. Especially being media. You
the
can get in there,
store?
you can get a credential. No, it's Champs Las Vegas. It's a trade show. So
Champs Las Vegas.
It's a trade show, so it's all different. If you they'll make hookahs right in front of you. It's just
he loves hookah.
Yeah,
I do. I do for sure.
So yeah.
Okay, the Champs Trade Show.
So my brand specifically, OG Brands. They
What is OG Brands?
You know how they have bluntwoods or backwoods now?
Okay.
So they have their own tobacco leaf, and they also have papers, and they also have the crushed fronto.
Oh.
So, it started with me and them just being, smiling, and then now I'm in sales with them, and, I'm really good at connecting the dots with people. So, make the plots connect the dots and different partnerships and stuff like that. So
this is interesting.
Yeah, for sure. I'm looking at some of these brands.
Yeah. Especially y'all being media, it's easy credentials. You're in there.
Yeah. Ooh.
Well, I'm thinking business.
Yeah, absolutely.
Because I don't see our partners. Do you see our partners?
I don't.
Wow. Something must be funny because they be in everything.
And the East
But we-
Coast, they
we
have
were-
them. They have them too. In the
We
East
would
Coast.
definitely introduce. That's strange.
How did y'all meet?
I was out in Vegas for a little fun time, and he reached out to me because of Sean Zattel from Fight Hype,
Okay.
and we hit it off.
Yeah, we hit it off.
Floyd speaks very highly of Fight Hype. I just seen you at the press conference.
Yeah, the Mayweather one.
Yeah.
Floyd loves to say Fight Hype, I know.
Yes.
Shout out to Ben.
I was gonna say,
Shout out to Ben, man,
for
because
sure.
that is a great position to be in, man. He was like, that's why I fuck with Fight Hype. I only go to Fight. I'm like, damn, can you say it anymore? He loves him.
To my understanding, y'all been out here what 3-4 started.
Well,
how has
I've
it
been only out here 3 months. He's been out here for like 7 years.
Yeah, 7
So
years.
the boxing voice itself, how long is you like? Because you guys are growing fast.
It's been we're going on like 11 years. I think I started in 2011.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So how has Vegas changed the game for you?
Oh, it's amazing. It's amazing. It definitely works. Like Fandora fought Lubin and he was here Sunday. Keyshawn fought and he was here Sunday. Devin fought and he was here.
Right.
So
Right.
it's
The
like,
day after he got
Yeah.
back.
Plant
huge.
gave us the first interview. So it's been good. It's been good, and it's just the beginning, I haven't got settled. Like I'm still trying to find a house. So I do like it though. I do like it. I can't front. It's so many reasons not to like it, especially for me. Like I went from New Jersey, which is something like this because we're so close to New York that the cost of living and everything is expensive. So I ran from that to what I thought was my dream, just my end, really. I always wanted to go to Florida. I didn't never think I was gonna move again. So I went to Florida, and then a year later, I'm here doing this. So I had to come. It's been really good.
I heard y'all talking about Summerlin and Henderson.
Yes.
I don't know who said which.
I said it all.
Well,
I've been
yeah.
the one talking basically.
No,
he
no.
lives in Henderson
Yeah.
though.
I stay
I
in
live in
Henderson.
Summerlin.
Yeah,
Okay.
see, I've lived in both. I prefer Henderson, but I think he's kind of
But did you live in the Summerlin where I live? Because you've been to my house in my area.
Where do you stay?
Nah,
Exactly.
I ain't live over there.
Exactly. Yo, listen. There's
But-
cones on the street.
No, but it,
Like the people put cones with flags. Like, yo, don't come through here. My kids are playing. Everybody's like. Yesterday was like movie night in the community center. Everybody was walking hand in hand. I'm like, call my girl. Like, babe, what's going on? I never seen as many because the neighborhood is always quiet. I'm like, I never seen as many people walking in the street. And they don't use sidewalks out here. These people walking in the fucking street.
be
So,
wild, and that's
I don't wanna hit
why
nobody.
I don't like Summerlin because it was so many fucking kids.
Yeah.
And it's like these fuckers don't care. And it's like I really want to smack your ass for 50 points, but that ain't how life
I
works.
love it. My neighbor
I don't like that.
I loved
knocked
it.
on my door and he's like, oh, we about to have a party. Is it okay? My daughter wants to play. I'm like, what? Play that
Tia.
shit all you want, man.
Yeah.
Right.
Matter of fact, don't come back knocking about no dumb shit like that. Like, you could do what you want. You know what I'm saying? Like, no, I love that area.
I think
believe
I
me.
understand the aspect that you're coming from as well as you. I stayed in both. When I originally moved here, I stayed in North Las Vegas. I think a lot of people.
Shout out to Austin.
Shit talks North Vegas. I've had my problem. It's not as
But
bad
let
as
me
everybody
tell you,
makes it sound.
Believe me.
My car got stolen.
Okay,
in North
listen, he
Vegas.
didn't let me finish. He
My
didn't
crib
finish.
got broken into it, man.
Oh
You know,
my
I
God.
moved here from Oakland, so I'm already.
Oh, so it's nothing.
You feel me? So, but I will say, then I moved down to Charleston and 13th. The first day I moved into my apartment,
yeah,
my
you
car was
wildin'.
broken into. That's
Yeah.
why I had to go to Summerlin. But Summerlin's the reason I got a dog. I seen excuse my link, but I seen the white folks walking their dog every morning. I'm like at this little park. I'm like, I want to be gang. You know? gang. So I got a
my
dog. I didn't
goodness.
realize how much responsibility that would come with. But I stayed there for about a year and some change. I loved it. It's very green out there.
Yes.
It's quiet. I
That's
love peace.
you know why? Bill was it Bill or my realtor? But it's so developed that community is so old. So the trees are actually grown.
I
You know
stayed
what I'm
in the
saying?
lakes too. I stayed in the lakes, so it was nice over
Yeah,
there.
but the shit is older though.
They
Like,
be falling though. Let me tell you, that windy day, I was going home. I literally had to go around the tree. It was all on the floor. Everybody's tree was split. It's too dry. They need to use irrigation here.
But I'm in Henderson now, and I
Okay.
love it.
Yeah, I love
it.
Henderson.
Yeah.
I love where his family is from. That But I can't afford that. That's like $1 million house. They on the hills. Literally, I feel like I could touch the mountain. But that is beautiful
What's your
over
cross?
there.
What's that? Like Anthem? You
No,
Anthem?
they're on Gibson and something. Hold
Okay,
on.
so
All I know-
I'm on Stephanie.
All I know is when
Okay,
I
yeah.
get
I love
out,
walking my dog.
So
There's a lot of
literally-
hills.
I see everything.
Yeah.
Like when I
Yeah.
drop him off and I got to make my U-turn, I'm coming down that hill. I see
You
Las
know,
Vegas.
I mean, if you're on Stephanie, you know all the new houses that they have up there.
Yeah, they building for sure. And you know what? Elevation changes. I feel a little bit more like I'm in California when I'm over in Henderson because, like I said, the elevation changes. And I like to walk my dog, so I might have to go up a huge hill. I don't know if you
Dogs? How many?
My dog.
Okay.
No.
What do you have?
I have a Bouvier de Flandres.
Wow, that's a Google. I don't know what the hell.
And guess
that
what
is.
his name is?
Bro, that sounds like a fucking French pastry.
His name is Cavassier. My mama named him, so I call him Voss the Boss. So
I can't Google it because I you know I don't know how to spell that shit.
I ain't gonna
I'm
try.
not gonna try to spell that.
Not
Also,
even
you
gonna
trying
try.
to spell that? No, you neither.
You got a picture of the dog on your Instagram? Like, that's our best bet.
Yeah, because I'm like, I never seen that
Bouvier.
dog or heard of it.
Yeah, what is it again?
President, one of them presidents.
Oh wow,
named
you
that
got
dog.
you got a presidential dog.
And, you know, he's a French dog. He's very loyal. You know, I originally got a dog because I had a big house and I was really scared. I was like 19, 20 when I had that house at a 4-bedroom. I had the biggest house in the block. So I wanted a dog that barked when I came to the house. And
Little
sure
dogs
enough-
do bark.
No, he's not little. He's 80 pounds.
Oh wow.
Yeah. So he's a big boy. I didn't know what I was getting into, especially my dog had seizures at that. So his personality changed over time, but commitment, man. When you love your pet, you love your pet.
Is it
No.
this dog?
The big black furry? Yes, absolutely. That's my
That-
big boy.
and
So I'm with you. I'm at the end already, right? So this is my third, and I have two now. But the two of them make up my third bulldogs, and I'm so done. Like your life changes. It's like having children all over again. Everything you have to cater around these dogs. How long you gonna be out the house?
Right.
You know, can you go on vacation?
Bulldogs for sure. They got that separation anxiety.
No, forget the anxiety. Just
can't even put them on a fucking plane. Like,
yeah, you can't. I can't put my dog on the plane. At least you could slap the service dog, and you got that.
see, and for me, same thing. I wanted a dog because I'm like, I lived by myself for so long. I'm like, I hated it, but I'm like,
You don't want a dog. Bro.
I'm too busy.
Yes.
And then I thought, fuck what people would say. I get one of them little small motherfuckers. I just need a
What,
dog.
like a Shih Tzu.
Yeah, I'll fly with the motherfucker. It don't matter. Come on.
I want a now I want like a doodle or something small to balance it out because it is a lot having a big dog at that.
To balance it out. I hope you mean when you don't have this one, you're gonna get another one
You know what?
at
My
the
dog
same time.
Yeah, because you know what it is about
Listen,
my dog?
I'm telling you, I have two right now. That's not what you
My
want.
man lives with me now, so I got more help. We live together.
He's better than me because my wife, I'm being real, she does it all. She walks them. Like, look, she had to remind me this weekend, like, you can pick up the shit on the weekends because she knows I work a lot.
Okay.
And we got the dog run, another Summerlin treat, little dog run next to my house, right? Like, literally in my house. It's my dog run. But
I think it's mindset because I think a dog forces me to get up. You feel me? Especially when
I'm up.
Especially if it's
Yeah,
hot
for
outside.
sure.
Like, it's not about me. Gotta walk the dog. You know what I mean? Or, like I said, I got my dog super young and I was traveling a lot. Like, he forced me to sit down.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
that's what I'm saying. You can't travel anymore.
But-
You have to, because especially me, like, I just can't leave anyone with my dog. Like,
yeah,
I literally had to drive him across country
Yeah,
because
right.
I found so many services, but then I got in my head, like, they're going to put my dog in a crate.
Right.
And I started telling my girl, like, what if he gets tired? He's going to pull over. You think he's just what if there is no hotel that accepts dogs? That means our dogs are going to be just sleeping in some van while he's in the, I'm like, I'm driving myself.
Cool off it, yeah.
Yeah, they drive you crazy because, you love them, but at the same time.
He definitely drives me crazy.
So you said the dog made you sit down, so you feel like you was just moving too much?
You know what it was? When I moved here, I couldn't stand it. You feel me? I moved from the Bay, super cultured, and even then, I had friends introducing me to like Riverside, Corona, California, Southern California. So I was just wanted to network. Like I said, I didn't move from the Midwest till I was 16. I moved out at 17. I graduated 18. I was like, boom, boom, boom. Wanted to see what the world was
Midwest?
about. Wisconsin at that.
Oh,
yeah.
you from
Oh, wow,
Green
you're
Bay.
from Wisconsin.
I seen that you're a Chicago Bears fan.
I am.
Yeah, so we kind of neighbors, I never really got into football like that because my daddy was born in San Francisco, but he was raised in Oakland. So My dad would always do tailgate parties. My dad had a barbecue service. He had a big ass grill. So I was always a part of like the tailgating parties, but I could never cheer for the Packers. He did not play that. He was just a diehard 49er fan. So I kind of got gypped out of the love of football like most people do. But y'all are diehard boxing fans anyways.
Well, he's, he indulges in other sports.
Yeah, I'm really it's funny because I didn't fall in love like this with boxing till I moved out here.
Okay.
I moved out here when I was 18. Like boxing, I'd watch like the big fights, Canelo and Floyd. And then Oscar when I was like younger. But yeah, when I moved here, it was no pro sports. So I'm like, damn, what the fuck I'm gonna do? And then a month after I moved here, AB fought Sean Porter. I went by myself and Bunny was like 6-0 on the undercard, but I already knew who he was, so I got there and I don't know, it was just something about it. I fell in love. I literally became like a degenerate. Like I was living with my ex. I'm waking up at 3 a.m. to watch the fights from Japan. She talking about getting bed.
Hard.
I'm like, yeah, you wildin'. I gotta watch the fights. I was terrible, and it's funny because my supervisor at the time used to tease me. We friends, but he used to, man, you reading all that boxing articles, you ain't gonna do shit with it. And I was just a fan. And I ain't think I was gonna do shit with it until I'm like, I broke up with my ex and I just remember her telling me, you should do the interviews. You know more than them. And I'm like, she wasn't lying. She was right about something. She wasn't lying. So
Gotta give her credit.
yeah, for sure.
And then here y'all are.
Yep. And then it literally that's how I met him, and it was just so funny because he was living in Jersey at the time, just happened to be in Vegas the weekend I got back from Afghanistan. So I got back on a Saturday. It was either a Friday or a Saturday, but I met up with him literally the next day, and I just hit the ground running.
Afghanistan, that's crazy. You know what? I have a friend, B. Taylor. He's a global ambassador. He was a part of the Navy, but he was found by the Motown legends. And he has a wellness center opening up out here for veterans. I think that's something that you should maybe connecting the dots again, anything that has to do with the
He doesn't like
US.
tapping into his veteran side. He gets upset if you try to say
Really?
Yeah.
Why
he's
is
weird.
that?
I don't know.
I just feel like I don't know, like the military. My time in the military was very unique, and I don't like regret it, but it's just I don't know. Like I'm out now, so it's something I want to move on from.
So you had some negative experiences or outlook?
I had some life lessons, I guess. But yeah, I don't know. It's just for me, I'm just like so past that. And it's so funny because I have friends that are still in the military and I've just been waiting for them to bring something up. Like, I don't want to hear shit about work. Fuck your job. Like, I don't want to hear nothing. And nah, thankfully, ain't none of them brought it up. And I don't know, it's just something like, it's different too. Like, I don't really feel like I did much. So it's like, people like, oh, thank you for your service. I'm like, bro, I be sleeping at work. Like, I did shit, when I was in the desert, but out here it's just like, I spent 5.5 years just collecting y'all tax dollars. And truly, I did the boxing shit for what? 3 years? For three years while still being active duty in the military. I was still, granted the pandemic was in there, but yeah, so for me, I don't know, like it's funny because I started boxing while I was in the military and they actually tried to stop me. They had to try to stop me, but the thing was, I told them, yeah, no, it's an unpaid internship, no money, because they could stop you from having a part-time job. You get what I'm saying? So I'm like, no, unpaid internship, whatever. And here we are. I don't know.
Here we are.
I don't really like to talk much about it, though.
So what is the goal for you? Do you plan on staying here in Vegas permanently? Because you've gotten obviously some time here. Is boxing the pinnacle for you, or do you have other plans, other goals that you're trying to achieve? If so, do you want to share?
Right. So I've tried to leave here, and I don't know if it's divine intervention or what, but I've been placed here. So I'm going to make the best of it. You know what I mean? I think I would be dumb to not capitalize on boxing, especially because I have built a genuine love for it and respect for it. And I have some close fighting friends. It's like, you know, I love when their fights come around. It's genuine to me now. So why not use the platform to build my own? Eventually, I'm going to break off into my own channel, Everything Fabulous. I know a lot of talent in the city. So even having, they allow me to do what I want to do. You know, Amir is very, I don't know if you know, he runs the Mayweather Boxing Club, but for him to even open it up to me, or for Frank Top Rank to even open it up to me, it's a blessing. So I have other friends that are very gifted that I want to be able to showcase their work or their thing, just like you guys are bringing me on here, Untitled. I think Fab Features, you know, is going to be my thing, where I feature a lot of different people in the city. I know people in Cirque du Soleil. I know people all the way from the Bay, the Bone Breakers, Frenchie Baby. I want to bring in my people and make my own platform that I can, you know, have my residuals off of, and make sure I have my financial literacy and take care of my little brother and sister. I have a 14-year-old and a 12-year-old little brother and sister, and I just need to make sure I'm showing them, you know, I could do it the easy way, but it's going to take me a little longer to do it my way. And I want to be able to create jobs too and put money in other people's pockets. So I don't want it to be all about me. I think 5 years from now, I need to have a great team. I want to be driving my dream car. I want to have my dream home.
What's your dream car?
It's super basic. Honestly, you know what? It was a test, because I'm big. You know, I think I heard you guys before I came in say, you know, you're not big on the world or the whatever, but I'd be freaking out every day when I see ice caps melting, and I'd be like, okay, so let me get I want an electric car. I'm simple as a Tesla, but like I said, my friend B. Taylor, he has a partnership with the Nelson Mandela family, and they're coming out with the next electric car. The prototype hasn't even been like released yet. So that's going to be the car that I want. It's black and gold. It's clean. It's clean. So when that comes about, I want to be the first ones to have that, because I like jumping on things when they're new. I don't want, you know, so that's going to be something that's
risky
released.
though.
What?
No, it's not.
Man, fuck
I got
that.
all the iPhones when they first came out.
Yo, but people be having to send them back and shit, all type of.
I
I feel
never
like
had
that's
to send
for
them back.
anything. I feel like that's, I mean, even Teslas, you know, there was their whatever, but
No, it's crazy though, because my dream car has always been and still is a G-Wagon, but that Cybertruck, that Tesla Cybertruck,
that was nice.
I'm in love with that motherfucker.
When is it coming out? I
Probably
remember
not till-
Enrique put money down on it a bunch of years ago, and still nobody has ever.
Yeah, I
released it.
just put money down on one too. It's only $100 to hold a spot, but they keep pushing it. It was supposed to be this year. Now they're saying
I don't
next
know. I
year.
seen something where he getting sued for that Dogecoin shit.
I seen that.
So I don't know. He gonna
I
be
love
holding-
Tesla as well. As like a lot of people just think of the car, but the scientist himself, you know, if you tap into
Wasn't it
him,
Nikolai?
Nikola Tesla. Yeah, he's like, when I was, like I said, like when I was sitting in the house for 3 months, I did a lot of research, and he was one of the main people that I'm like, okay, I feel I relate to him. You know, like in a real way. And I'm big into astrology and numerology. You know, I'm also a believer in God, you know, but I think there's different things that you can learn yourself from if you tap into them, as far as numerology, astrology, and, you know, different stuff like that. So that's probably another reason I just want a Tesla, because I love the brand for what it was started with. So
I actually was telling Bo I want a Tesla.
My only issue with them is that they literally control the car, so it's like anything breaks down,
Yeah.
you have to take it to
Yeah.
Tesla. It's
And
like,
they sue mechanics that work on it, right?
Yo, it's
It's a
they're in
monopoly.
trouble.
No.
They're in trouble for the right to repair laws. Like they're starting to crack down on them. For that.
there's an entire fuck, man. They do like a bunch of like mini series on you know, crime and investigation and shit.
Vice.
Vice.
Yeah, I think we saw the
Yo.
same one.
I
Yo,
remember Vice.
Vice has a mini series on this. Like I don't know, maybe like a 5-part mini series on like Tesla and them trying to contact Tesla. They won't give you part numbers. They won't give you nothing. So that's like my only thing.
That's crazy.
is that for the everyday average human being? Because like you said, 5 years from now, I'm not going to be where I'm at. So
That's true, yeah. Money talks for sure. And, relationships too. I feel like relationships is so important.
absolutely.
So important.
Yeah, but that is because look, today I took my car to a dealer, to do certain things. So I wouldn't want to be controlled that I got to go to Tesla to do anything.
Yeah.
If I want to go to them, I do. And if I don't, I don't. So that is pretty weird. I didn't know that.
Yeah, that's my only thing with them that kind of turns me off. So
I wanted to ask,
go ahead.
when is the release of the new channel, or is it just right now concept?
Right now, I'm just, like I said, I already have the channel. It's just being comfortable doing my own content. And like you said, everything, like I watched you guys.
But what do you mean being comfortable?
To keep it a buck, like I've ran from the camera a lot. Like I know I have a lot of assets and a lot of opportunities in front of me. I think there's always a time, and I don't rush nothing. And just making sure I have all my resources and all my cards set into play the right way. And I think now, I've been through a lot. My family just moved here. I've been here 7 years by myself. My sister just moved here last year. I was super unfocused. I've done the roommates thing, the relationships thing. It just wasn't the right time. So right now it's the right time for me. I have my hands in a lot of different things. Also, I want to give a shout out to Crystal Ball real quick. Every Tuesday, a 501c3 we do. It's called Zen Kitchen. We feed the homeless every Tuesday. And that alone has showed me just how much impact and influence I have. I've helped that grow. You know what I mean? I think I've done a lot of things privately. You see my page, and it doesn't reflect what I've actually done.
Mm-hmm.
When I was 2015, I went and bought a video camera, and I've recorded all my events on the video camera. I never released nothing because I just don't want to be figured out before you figure me out. You know what I mean? So like I said, I've been patient, and I think I've preserved myself for a minute, and just even learning how to speak and my etiquette and just my resources. And now to a point where, TikTok is trending. All these things are trending where I can hop on them right now. YouTuber Jake Paul doing what he do. And, I think I've just built the right group of people around me to where I'm comfortable pushing what I want to push. And, I really thank Jeff, and I really thank Jody. Jody is always, it's like I've tried to run from this a million times. He do not let me run from it. He'll be like, nah, I believe in you. I believe in you. And it's really important to keep those people around you who believe in you in the days that you don't believe in yourself. So, like I said, I'm ready now. I got a lot of beautiful friends that have a lot of followers that I know I have certain ideas, and it's time to use them. So I think just capitalizing off the right time. And like I said, everything fabulous. I do everything. I don't just stick to boxing. I mean, I do everything. This year alone, I've done Grammy events, Oscar events.
Yeah, I did see something. I think it was you were on a red carpet not too long ago, right?
A couple of them. Just recently, I did a movie
my
premiere.
bad. A couple.
It was I'm
joking.
humbly.
I'm teasing you.
To God be the glory. But I did a movie premiere. I was like a showgirl. It was Lisa Ray. I got to grace the carpet with her.
She broke my heart when she got married. Her fine ass. Like, why would she go get married on me? Like, why?
And she is hilarious. She told me, she said, when you walk the carpet with me, I need you to be a little extra because I'm diamond. I said, period. Yes, I do know that. But, I just did a fashion show. It was First Ladies of Los Angeles and Wendy Raquel. I don't know if you watch the game a lot, Wendy Raquel. She was one of the ladies who was hosting and honoring Loretta Devine. Just a lot of the people I grew up watching, just being around them. And, I take everything in. I don't speak too soon. You know what I mean? So I'm just getting familiar with all these places and what I'm capable of. I did the Oscars event in LA that was honoring Cheech and Chong and Felicia Rashad. Okay. And then like the after party events and stuff like that. I met Mike Tyson and stuff like that. So, I've been able to do some cool things.
That must have been good.
It was a great time at Delilah. And my friend Andre Cleveland had put me onto that. I originally had got into the boxing stuff, like I told you, with Red Grant. I met him through Andre Cleveland. That was me doing an event, was it Magic Johnson Key to the City? Okay. So, yeah, I've been able to do some cool things. It's just I don't post about it. That's one thing that I'm gonna get better at is promoting myself.
You're gonna
this is cool, and you did post this. Let me get a screen share, Austin.
Yeah.
That's pretty epic. I mean, you're into basketball, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I can't even hold on. I got to pull it up right here because I can't read that caption.
Well, it's not the caption. Look at that picture.
Well, the thing about it is I didn't even take a picture. I do so many things. You know how many girls be ready to take their courtside picture? Mm-hmm. Forgot all about it. Was in the moment. Next thing I woke up, everybody tagging me in NBA Warriors. Amazing picture. I'm framing that.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be honest. It took me forever to find you. Let me tell you.
What?
It took me forever.
Bro, let me tell you something.
At first,
when
I'm like, oh, she took the picture, and then the NBA and the Warriors picked it up because I seen the next thing. But
no. So when I seen it, which wasn't today, I'm like, what? Like you could see it without clicking it. Like you can see you in it.
Yeah.
But I'm like, wait, is that Photoshop? Like, is this a joke? Because I wanted to read the caption, and I'm like, oh shit, it's not a joke. Yeah. You were there.
But it
so
was
how'd
cool
that happen?
because I had a whole prior experience even leading up to that. A friend of mine, London. Thank you. I'm grateful for you. She had
like London.
Her name is London.
Oh, but not like.
No, not Lauren London or nothing
I was
like
about
that.
to
No,
say,
I met her through a mutual friend.
I was about to say, damn, you got some good friends. Diamond is your friend. Lauren London is your friend.
You know, even the people I surround myself with now, I believe they're going to be people who are of substance as well. So
absolutely.
Yeah, she had a friend who I think he owns a couple soccer teams and stuff like that.
Oh, just a couple.
Yeah, I mean, I'm just really along for the ride. Honestly, this is her little thing, and she, you know, graced me to bring me along. Yeah, he got connections. They wanted to do their own VIP experience. So before the games where they have their whole setup. So they took us through the Chase Stadium, let us take pictures with the Golden State Warrior championship rings, showed us, you know, different rooms that they had in the back. And, you know, originally I wasn't even supposed to be in that seat. Me and her had a little spat. If I could keep it a buck with y'all, we had a little spat and we separated. So I went and sat next to, you know, who I sat next to, and she sat in the original seat, which was like right under the basket. Yeah. So when I got over there, he's like, this is actually a better seat anyways. I'm not paying attention to none of that. I got alcohol in my system. You know, I just got into it. I'm like, I could give a fuck. You feel me? Like, yeah. But, you know, everything aside, it was a great night. I'm really grateful for it. And, you know, they really did their best to make sure that they're kind of using us as like, what do you call, like little, how do you like it? How did you like it? What could we have improved? You know what I mean? What could we have done? And they were very honorable gentlemen. They were very kind to us. It wasn't no weird shit. You know, niggas, oh, excuse me, can I say that?
You can say whatever you want.
They be weird, you know? So it was cool. It was all love, you know? And it really is who you surround yourself with, you know? So for sure. I actually,
most definitely.
When we came back from that trip, she had one of her friends pick us up. And when I was just at the Mayweather press conference with him, it happened to be the person who picked us up was Floyd's personal photographer. So I have a picture that I haven't posted yet, but it's actually of me shaking Floyd's hand, or Floyd, you know, us shaking each other's hands. So if I wouldn't have met him, he probably wouldn't have got that picture for me. So
it's my boy.
Yeah. His name is D'Angelo, I believe. Thank you for that. Yeah, so that was cool. And you know,
he broke my microphone that night.
Did he?
That's who it is?
Yeah, so because he walks up behind me as I'm taking the mic off. So he startled me. I dropped the mic, and I've dropped it plenty of times, but...
So was it his fault or yours? It's because he startled you, you know?
I mean, that was his fault because he should have just walked up on me, you feel me? I almost stopped. Nah, let me stop. Yeah.
So you said that the channel is open already and out.
Everything Fabulous? You know, I haven't put no content on it, but it already has followers. So, actually, you know what? I did like a video years ago. It's so crazy how I'll do little things. Like even a wedding I was a part of, it went viral. Like things that I'm a part of seem to go viral. You know what I mean? I'm not gonna give myself too much credit, but maybe I just got the luck of the draw, you know? But that's more so not Instagram. That's more so like YouTube. And, you know, the wedding was like 6 million that was on Facebook. Or I did one video that I had uploaded. It was of my niece, and I got like 2 million views. And it was just her barely falling down the stairs, you know? So just learning what my content is. And, you know, there's analytics and logistics to this. You know, I listen to my man all the time. He's been managing athletes for the past about 7 years. So I listen to a lot of his conversations, and I try to make sure I'm taking in the game. You know what I mean? And, you know, he's got different YouTuber friends and different, you know, A, B, C, and D, and he's built a couple connections. Like, okay, when I'm ready to edit, because I don't know how the hell y'all do this. Like the consistency, like y'all are on all, like it just seems like it never stops. You know what I mean? It seems like it absolutely never stops. So like even me, I want to ask y'all, how the hell Y'all got like an editor. Y'all got like
Definitely.
what
got
is
routine.
what is the
We
morning routine? Like what is the day?
definitely have an editor, but it's just it's like I mean they hear me say it all the time. It's not work for me. I
Like,
love this, and I'm so grateful.
Absolutely.
Like I would otherwise be doing whatever the hell I was doing, which isn't as amazing as this. I meet so many people. Boxing has taken me to so many places. It's taken me out of the country. I mean, my phone, my Rolodex is insane. So it's just like, I'm happy every day. Being here isn't a task for me at all.
Yeah.
And then, you know, it's crazy because he's always worked like you, like behind the camera or in front of the camera in the field. He wasn't a co-host. And he just started when I moved to Vegas. And he's actually the best that I've ever had. He matches my hustle. Like sometimes I don't want to work. And he's like, oh, we're not doing that. And I'm like, hell yeah, we are.
Yeah.
Because I've never had that. I've always been the one like, damn, you don't want, you corny. You know what I'm saying? Like, come on. So I'm in paradise. Plus we're in Vegas. So it's like the Mecca of boxing. So, you know, the show has even grown more. So and I love great weather. There's no rain. I just hate this dust. It's pretty corny.
Oh my goodness! I
Gotta
honestly
wash
was
your
going
car
through
every
an
day.
allergy attack. So, but I got asthma on top of it, and I was like, man, I'm happy it cleared up because I was struggling for a few days. I'm like, I hate to cancel, but luckily it subsided. But the allergies are no joke. But I love it more so in an aspect I can't do humidity, especially in my curls.
For real. No, I'm coming from Florida. I don't know if it was my brother. We was in the car together and I was saying that. He's like, but isn't it hot? I'm like, no. I'm like, I gotta wait for August because I know all the vegans, the Lost Vegans are like, oh, August.
Yeah.
But I'm coming from Florida. So you step outside, you're sweating.
Yeah.
Over here, it could be 110. I'm still not
No.
sweating.
Cooling. Yep.
So it's different.
It's just that sun heat. Where if
Yeah,
the
no, it
sunshine,
burns.
like,
It
woo.
burns.
Yeah, and getting
It
in the
definitely
car.
burn.
you
I'd
got
be in a
that
car
leather.
and I roll my window down. I'm like, oh.
Yeah, maybe not.
Hold up. What's
My
going
little
on?
sister the other day, she had went to go pick up the keys. We had ran the track outside, and we were only out there for probably 15, 20 minutes. And then she went to go grab the keys, burnt her hand. I said, poor baby, I forgot to tell you.
No, my wife had her sisters come over. I swear, they was in the pool for like 2 hours. Everybody came out charcoal. You could see all the straps. It was crazy. The sun definitely does a number on you.
It really does.
But I gotta wait for August. Because I've only been here for fights and stuff like that. So 7 days, never a month of a whole 30 days of any month. So
I mean, I even like the leading up. Like the spring here is amazing to me. That's my summer. You know, the spring is not too hot and it's not. I mean, I come from Wisconsin. You feel me? Like the 6
No, what
months.
part of Wisconsin?
Green Bay.
Is that anywhere near Watertown?
My little sister actually is in a Economo walk they had originally.
What?
Yeah. So yeah.
She's
it's like-
right next to Watertown
Yeah,
then.
absolutely.
Oh my God,
where
that's
her
so
mind
funny.
stayed.
I did like 3 shows out there and made so many friends in Watertown, Wisconsin, of all places.
My
all
mom
places.
loves Watertown. Like my mom.
What?
Yeah, she loves Watertown. I guess it just
Tell
depends.
her vote for Mayor Monty.
Absolutely.
But no, he already is. He didn't win. He didn't
Oh,
win.
damn.
He was trying.
Yeah.
He tried.
But that's the thing that I feel a lot of my social skills have came from is being raised in the Midwest. You
Really?
know? I wonder if I would have been raised in California because, like I said, everybody is from the Bay.
That's so crazy. I feel that I've been so antisocial because of where I come from.
Where do you come from?
Chicago.
That's way different, though. That's way different. That's a huge city, and you got a lot going on in Chicago.
Yeah, they got a lot.
You know, Chicago is like, it's a land of its own. It doesn't matter where it's at.
And the parts of Wisconsin I've been, that looks pretty country.
Yeah. So
But-
the thing about it, though, a lot of people from
How'd you
Chicago
deal
and
with
Milwaukee.
that cold? That was too cold for me.
I think the main thing is I was pale and chubby growing up. I was chubby because I didn't go out. Like, what do you do? You know what I mean? And I mean, I didn't feel like I fit in. I didn't feel like I never fit in, but I just knew like when I moved to California, immediately felt like home. Like I just never felt in place there. Nobody is from Wisconsin. We were all just raised there. My parents were both born in San Francisco General Hospital. They met in Minnesota and then we moved to Green Bay. So it's not like I ever felt connected to it.
So you're from Green Bay and Oakland?
No, bro, you just don't. Motherfucker.
No, because we got a Cash App. I forgot to say that shit was like an hour ago. I'm sorry. Shout out to Mac and Cheese, who is from Oakland.
Yeah.
So he's like, ask her what part of the town she's from. I'm 38.
So I stayed in East Oakland, but I went to school in Logan, which is Union City. So I take a bus in the BART to get to school every morning. But I also worked in West Oakland. So I worked at Jack London Square. It was called Everett & Jones. I worked at a barbecue spot at 2 different locations, one on MacArthur and one in Jack London Square. So I stayed on 93rd in Plymouth, and then I moved over to like 9A. I can't remember the cross street. They built a whole little community over there. But like I said, I moved out at 17, so I only stayed with my dad for a hot second after I moved to Oakland.
Yo, that's like me. I moved out at 17 too. What made you leave so soon?
You know, me and my dad was just bumping heads. I'm a lot like him. You know, I don't think he built me to be strong. I don't think he expected me to be this strong though. You know, and just rebellion, and to keep it a buck, I come from a lot of childhood trauma, and it's built me. You know, my brother died when I was 10.
Wow, my condolences.
It's all good. And you know, my sister, she kind of shortly after that, her mental state started drifting. And then I have another older sister. I was the youngest of 4 growing up. My parents were married. They divorced right after my brother died. So you know, Oakland alone is known for drugs and crack and all that. I've watched all that in my family. So I think me separating myself from everyone was just me. I was just tired of it. So much drama, you know what I mean? And I'm like, I can make it happen for myself. I'm tired of listening to this nigga. You feel me? Like, I'm about to show him. You know what I mean? Like, and it's all love and it's all respect for my dad. That's one thing I love about fighters too, is how much they give credit to their fathers and how much of an impact they do have in our lives. So I've taken everything that he has instilled in me, and I made it happen for myself. And, you know, hopefully one day me and his relationship can be what I want it to be, especially because my dad is getting older. But, you know, it is what it is. And I'm glad I moved out young, you know. I think it got me here now, so I don't regret nothing, you know. So.
For sure. I mean, I'm big into Jay-Z, man. Gotta learn and live with them regrets. It is what it is. Things happen for a reason is what I like to say. So. So you said we talked about the release, we talked about the modeling. Is there anything that you want to bring up? I know is that your manager as well, right?
Nah, he doesn't want to be my manager.
Okay.
You know, he kind of lets me do my thing.
But I know he said something about lifestyle. So what are you doing that pertains to lifestyle?
I think he wanted me to bring up probably the 501c3. And just different ventures, business ventures that I'm tapping into, and just seeing how where I connect the dots with people. Like I said, as far as even, I just, you know, probably enlightened y'all to the trade shows. Who knows what y'all can do with that?
No, that's a fact.
No, we're going to definitely have a conversation.
Yeah.
Because it's strange.
He's good. Like now he's going to talk to, you know, there's a couple of people who run the Mayweather channel. So I always relate it back to Amir. He's kind of really calls the shots. So he's good at different like sponsorships and brand deals. And actually, I'm going to give him his credit. He's phenomenal at stuff like that. So really he just moved here this year. We've been having long distance. He's been in San Francisco. He's been in New York. He's been in Los Angeles. I know people in all those places. So I've been, you know, 5 years now. It's been us doing our thing. But now we're really trying to put our head to the ground and our feet to the ground and make it happen. And, you know, even with the 501c3, I had during that same weekend, I didn't post, but I went to a soccer event, and a lot of it was Adidas representatives. So I was telling them a little bit about Zen Kitchen and what we do, and next thing you know, this man sent me boxes of clothes from Adidas. So I'm like, oh, okay, I just got to use my voice more and my influence, you know, because I strayed from it for a minute, you know, especially after COVID, you know, putting on 15, 20 pounds. It was just like trying to get my passion back. So I think I got my passion back, my drive back, and my fire and my hunger back, and confidence, you know. All of us aren't born with confidence, and especially when we got all these, like my baby sister, I be trying to tell her, like, girl, how do you tell someone to be yourself when you constantly got influences around you? I feel like I was one of the last eras where we had 106 in Park, where there wasn't Snapchat, there wasn't Instagram. We got to kind of be ourselves a little bit before we had everyone else trying to tell us who we should be. So I also want to have my own foundation where girls that come from households like I do, I want to be like the big sister of Las Vegas. I had posted something, 8 lessons that my dad had taught me. I was at the Foodie Fest, like probably a week after I posted that video. I had a girl come up to me while I'm with my nieces crying. And she was like, thank you so much for posting that. And I have ABC and D going on. And I'm just glad that you posted that. For me, it was hard for me to even post that. You know what I mean? Like, and then seeing like in real life, in real time, what it did. Like, I didn't even realize someone actually around in the city would care like that. You know what I mean? So I think that was good for me to see and good for my younger niece to see, because I tell her all the time, use your TikTok. Use your this, use your that. She wants to be, I have amazing nieces, by the way. They're like star children, even my little brother and sister. Like, I don't mean to, humbly, I feel like I come from an elite family. You know, we all are good at something, or great at something. And my dad has done a good job of making sure I've always been a part of something. Growing up, I was always in the newspaper doing my poetry. We always had nonprofit organizations, or something called like the Dad's Club, where he would have fathers come and learn how to nurture their children. I can't think of a single Thanksgiving that I spent in our home. We were always feeding people. That starts from way young. That didn't just start now. So that's something I'm genuinely passionate about. And I'm a crybaby. I think you said something where you were watching Home Alone with your girlfriend and you started crying.
Nah, it wasn't my girlfriend, but yeah, you really been watching. Wow. I said that a minute ago.
You said that, and I was like, that's me, because I always try to like keep a pillow over my face or something when I watch something with my man, because I will be quick to cry, because I care about people so much, and I always put myself in their
movies
predicament.
make me cry. I don't know if I'm getting older, but they do it.
Yeah.
Certain scenes will have me tearing up. It's crazy.
I was watching All American. I don't know if I know you.
What's that? The Netflix show?
Yeah, I mean it's a CW show.
Football thing, right?
Yeah.
I seen like my girl was watching a little, but I couldn't deal with it.
Yeah, no, it's pretty dope. But there was a scene the other day, and I'm like, fuck, man. I'm like, damn.
I got something in my eye.
And that's where me and him are polar opposite, because it's hard to get any kind of emotion out of him. He's very just.
Who, your man?
Yeah. Very, I don't know. Yeah, we yin and yang for sure.
But that's what they say works. Opposites attract.
For sure.
Those are the phrases of life.
Yeah. Would you say you and your girl are opposites?
I would say absolutely. I'm 100 and she's speed limit.
Okay.
You know, I'm big and she makes me better because of that, because it's like, I don't have to do much because she's not into that. You know what I mean? So it's just so much easier.
Yeah.
You know?
I think a part of the thing that for me too is being in a male dominated industry, it's a comfort for me. You know, like I have a man. You know, imagine if I didn't. I got people, just keep it a buck. I got people at me.
You still gonna have that, even with a man.
Right. Yeah, but it's maybe because I grew up a daddy's girl, but it's also like a comfort of having a man. Like, you know, I was nervous as hell about coming here. Like he just gave me a couple scenarios. Okay, I have to ask you this. Whoop, whoop, whoop. You know, like, and we live in a day and age where you could be a trophy wife, you could be a sugar baby, you could be a million trillion different things. To have someone keeping you on track and making sure like you stick to your vision and your purpose is everything to me. You know, we bump heads, we argue like crazy. Like, I'm a hothead. Like I taught him how to argue. He'll tell you. He will not argue. He will not nothing. I taught him how to argue. He'll literally say it out of his mouth himself. So he's learned, he calmed me down. I come from a very aggressive dad, and I'm just aggressive, you know? So I need that to calm me down and, you know, just set me straight, or, you know.
You know I gotta ask your sign now.
Scorpio, a proud Scorpio. OVO.
Scorpio is what month?
October. Well, October and November, but I'm October 30th. I'm the day before Halloween.
October and November. Oh, so Sagittarius is in November.
Yeah, so
The
November Scorpios are the ones that give us the harsh name, where people be like, "Oh my God."
I was about to say, but if that's the case, then okay.
And it's closer to
When does it
Sagittarius.
end? When does it end in November?
I believe the 22nd or the 23rd, something like that.
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah,
For sure.
It's usually between the 21st and the 23rd. So
Yeah.
or 20th. Like, he's born on the cusp. He's January. He acts just like a Capricorn, but his first day is Aquarius. I'm surrounded by Aquariuses. I don't know what it is.
Aquarius.
February, right? Or is
That's January, February.
it- okay, January. Oh, I guess
That's funny. So the beginning is all water signs?
No,
Because Pisces is March.
March. Yeah.
they're mixed through. So Pisces is February, March, And I click well at Pisces, like this.
I don't mind Pisces because they like cleaning and they're OCD and shit, so they organize
Facts.
things.
Yeah, like I said, my sister had just moved a year ago. Her fiance, she was actually my best friend first. My name is tattooed on her back like this big. That was my girl. But when I moved, her and my sister became super tight probably the past decade. She's a Pisces, and when they stayed with me for a hot second before they transitioned into their own place. And let me tell you, kind of too clean freak, like kind of too OCD. Like, damn, let me. But it works,
funny.
though.
My ex was a Pisces, and like she wasn't dirty or nothing by any means. But
You had to preference that because she wasn't the regular OCD Pisces, huh?
nah, she definitely
She wasn't no clean freak.
like I feel like I was worse because she wasn't allowed. I ain't gonna say allowed, but it's like I wouldn't allow her to put the groceries up. I'm like, no, I got it. But it really wasn't like I was trying to give her a break or help. It was really, I don't like the way she lined the groceries up. I need my green beans with the green beans.
That sounds like a Virgo.
Damn.
You're a Virgo?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, so Virgo just helped me get my shit in order. My gay friend, I'm very big in the LGBTQ community. My brother who passed away, he was gay, so I always grew up having a love for them. He came to my house February 12th. He was supposed to stay for a weekend. He stayed for a month. Richard redid my whole house. And when I tell you our vibe, it just works. You know what I mean? They're very meticulous people. Like, they know what they want and they know how they have a good vision and they get shit done. Shit, the only person I'll ever call myself a fan of is Beyonce, and she's a Virgo. You know what I mean? And she gets it done.
Wait, but why can you only call yourself a fan of her?
Well, I'm a lover of people and I'm a supporter of people, but I've always never really liked the word fan.
Yeah. Well, it's short for fanatic.
Yeah, and I'm not gonna be a fanatic for nobody. No, I have a love for things, and I don't mean to sound. I say it humbly, but even people, if they call themselves a fan of me, I don't want you to be a fan of me. You know what I mean? I think a lot of that comes from me watching different podcasts. And Jay Shetty, he talks a lot about the ego.
Who's Jay Shetty? You heard of him?
Oh my God. He's got like he's probably got like the #1 podcast. He's like this
Not
Indian.
Joe
He was a
Rogan?
monk.
No, Joe Rogan.
He was a monk. Look it up.
What's this dude's name?
Jay Shetty. He's
Is he on
blue
YouTube?
eyes. Of course, yeah. He's got a super well-renowned. I like that one, and I like Impact Theory. Those are two, like, I'll wake up in the morning and I'll throw them on.
Girl, he only got 445,000 subscribers.
I don't think
Yo,
it's,
don't put that down like that.
that's.
No,
That's
but I'm
goals.
I know.
You gotta watch his content.
I'm trying to get to 400
Nah, I hear
and
you, bro,
thousand.
but I was expecting like
a milli,
Is that on
milli.
YouTube?
yeah, that's on
What's
YouTube.
his actual
Oh no,
podcast?
right here. Oh, he got multiple channels.
Yeah.
So his podcast page got 445,000, but his YouTube page or like his personal page got 4.39 million.
Whoa.
Okay.
I love listening to him.
What does he talk about?
Everything. He brings everybody on there. He brought Will Smith on there.
What?
He used to be a monk.
He had Will?
Yeah.
Not after the smack.
I've seen a lot of his stuff.
Period.
Yeah, I've seen.
Did he get Will after the smack?
No, this was before.
Oh.
He's close to Will and Jada. So yeah, like I said, he
Talking about
Get both of them on there. We gotta get to the bottom of it.
Yeah, I need to know.
some red table talk.
I need to
Part
know
two.
because Will was laughing, and then Jada gave him the eye like, "Nigga, you laughing?" And he was forced to do that. He was chilling. That was cool for him.
I mean, the events leading up to it. How would you feel about the whole August Alsina situation?
I mean, but that's not leading up though. That's
There was
like
a lot.
old.
That's still all within the same like.
If we
year.
Google right now,
Hell, that shit was years ago.
Yeah,
No, it was not years ago.
No, seriously. If you
It was
Google right
probably
now,
like a
August
year.
been banging her for mad long.
But when they talked about it, like, what's the song that he did? Entanglements. When was the Entanglements memes going around?
No, the entanglement. No, you got the story. You got your timeline wrong. So the entanglement only started because of her show, the red tabletop shit.
Okay.
So she said it.
She said the word.
She used the word entanglement, so that became a meme. But August been thrashing her. See, this is the thing. Secretly, the rumor is that Will was cool with it.
Yeah.
Until
I've heard they're swingers for years now.
Exactly. So he was cool with him until the fucking cat got out the bag.
I got the timeline pulled up.
Boop, boop, boop. Get him.
I'm not saying they didn't have a relationship way prior to that, but as far as it was exposed to most people that I was specifically August Alsina, that's when it was exposed to me. So, you know.
August was my man. So what was that song he first came on with? Girl, I love that shit, right? And something like that.
Yeah.
Man, he was, boy.
coming out with the bangers. You
And
know,
then he
went through
did the
a lot.
remix with Chris. He was blowing up. So I see. But don't he got like
His mom died, and then
no. I mean, I don't know, but I mean, he has an illness, no?
he did have an illness for a minute.
He got like real skinny or something.
Yep.
Yeah. So what? You got the timeline? Timeline.
Nah, they was trying to get me to pay.
To read?
Yeah.
Oh no.
Come on, man. But I guess July 2020, so it's been 2 years.
Is there anything y'all miss about like the East Coast of Chicago?
Hell no.
Man,
What? It's
you
cold
tripping.
over there.
I miss the food.
Okay.
I miss the food. I can't.
Not that much. See, I got me an East Coast girl.
See, I miss the I don't want to say Chicago women because them motherfuckers ain't worth the shit. But
Whoa! I don't want to put the whole
Any
Chicago
of my
like
friends are
that.
watching this.
Nah, not all of them.
You just alienated yourself from everyone.
Nah,
Bruh,
I
you
miss
tripping.
the mindset of like a Midwest or like East Coast woman.
Okay.
You don't find that very, very rarely do you find that mindset in like West Coast woman.
I feel like,
So for me living here, that's why it's been like.
but I
is
feel
the
like the
mindset?
East Coast woman.
The East Coast woman, the Midwest woman, like they hustle.
Yeah, but
They
see,
hustlers.
but that's I want to say like maybe that's the stereotype or the generalization, but I don't think everybody.
No, obviously you got you some bums for sure, but you know you got you some hood rats.
There's bums everywhere.
Yeah.
What is all over Vegas?
You know what I think it is for me? I don't see as many. Okay, I have friends of all different whatever. Love them for who they are and what they are, whatever. But it's when you go get plasticed out and then you.
No, I ain't got no problem with that.
I love doing whatever.
Plastic out. You mean surgery?
Whatever it is. I just don't like when people lose their sociability and they be too into themselves. You know what I mean? Like I've met a lot of girls who have been regular and then went and did A, B, C, and D and just don't even know how to communicate or, sometimes we turn down people for what they look like, right? But you never know who you're talking to. So I always make sure it doesn't matter. Like I always try to keep the same Midwest hospitality and morals and mindset. You know what I mean? I don't want to go.
I don't know what's this hospitality she speak of because we ain't had that shit in Chicago, bro.
But it's two different places,
Like
though.
I said, that's a land of
I know
its
it's
own.
like an hour and some change away, though, right?
Nah, probably
4 hours.
Yeah, I ain't
4 hour
never-
drive.
I ain't never been to that place.
Probably like an hour flight.
I ain't never been to that place. You probably
Not even for like a football game.
bro.
And I'm surprised because you know how many people have moved from Chicago, Milwaukee to Green Bay to the point where Green Bay is no longer safe. That's why my sister moved. It's like a little mini Milwaukee or a little mini. They done turned it out.
Crazy.
I don't know why. Yeah, I don't know. Like I would never want to move where it's colder and like
And snows that much.
and like for me, it's like I hate everything about that city, the team. Well, not the city, but like the team and shit. It's like why would I personally know?
I just don't
Not
want to
me.
be in the cold.
Yeah, but I don't want to be in
and
the cold.
snowstorms.
But yeah,
Right.
miss out of Chicago. Definitely miss the food. I miss like a real city. This ain't no real city.
Community.
And, yeah, nah. It's just like, yeah, like I guess communities. Like I don't feel like Vegas is
Cultured, yeah.
Definitely not. Right.
What do you
Like,
guys mean
transient.
by that? Wait, what do you mean by that?
The culture is transient. It's people in and out.
Yeah.
You gotta find your niches. Like I tell people all the time. People ask me, how do you like Vegas? I used to say I hated it, and then I had to change my mindset. It is what you make of it. It really is what you make of it because you can find your vibe tribe. I hated it, and then when I started, okay, I'm gonna be here. Let me make whatever. I started finding people that made it easier for me to be here. You know what I mean? And a lot of those people aren't from here. Actually, they're all from.
Nah, I noticed most of the people I've clicked with out here in Vegas is they from somewhere else. Like.
But that's okay. That doesn't mean that there's no culture.
No, but there is no culture. Like, bro, I've lived out here a while, and I know you say that this and that and the third, but I've gone to a lot of Mexican restaurants. I haven't found like an amazing Mexican restaurant. Like,
You and me both.
there's just like
You
certain
guys are not
things.
going to the right place.
Well, enlighten us.
I mean, he knows. I just got here 3 months and I put him on numerous great restaurants.
But it's
and that's why I'm like, what do you mean there's no culture? Like, you just have to find it. He told me there was no Dominican barbers. I found him. No Dominican food or Puerto Rican food. I found it. There's a lot out here. There's a lot. This is very comparable to New York.
Okay,
You just
so
gotta
if you
keep your
don't,
eyes
if you
open.
don't, if you're not okay, so but you're in boxing, like you feel me? You already got resources. If you're a
Yeah.
person who has moved, from where? Let's say Iowa, somewhere. What do you come here and what do you get into? What do you?
But
other
that's the
than
thing.
the casino, like what do you?
If you came here, it has to be for a reason. You can't just, I'm going to Vegas. Like, did work bring you here? Is it a love interest brought you? Something has to bring you here, and you build from that.
I agree. But I don't know, like I
your job brought you here, and you, like her, made the best of it. You said, "Man, I'm in Vegas. I like boxing. Let me see what I can do." And you started maneuvering, and that's what you call your Midwest hustler mentality. You know, and maybe you're right. Maybe not everyone is a hustler, but I don't even think it matters like what coast you come from, because how many? I just said he's the best co-host I had, and you know, you're from the Midwest. I'm from the East Coast, so it's the person. It's the person.
Okay. Now for you, who you lived in Wisconsin and have lived in California now here, you gonna tell me you don't notice a difference from the people in the?
Listen to me.
And I'm not familiar with the Bay. I had like a thing with a chick up there that
entanglement.
Yeah, that worked. She worked at Google, bro. Like, I wish I remember her name because she was amazing, but I was 19.
I wish you remember the name because she works at Google.
Bro, she was 19.
And she might have moved up the ladder.
No, I was 19. She was 28 and had an 8-year-old son. And in the back of my head, I'm like,
28 and already landed a job at Google? What'd she do?
I don't know. But yeah, that's...
See, I was telling him this. I'm like, Danny, I'm older than you. So at one point, you have to decide, like, how many good girls am I going to get? Like, how many more women are you going to meet that have a high-ranking job at Google? How many good women are you going to meet that don't have children? Not to say there's anything wrong with women, but I'm just saying.
That's what I'm saying. I don't come across, like... That's my issue. I don't come across, like, those women out here. Like, I don't.
Lies.
I haven't, but I also haven't really tried, for real, you know? I don't really go out unless, like, I'm invited out, you know, some friends, you know.
So what's your standard of working? You know, I got a lot of friends, you know what I mean? So
I was about to say something I shouldn't. What are your standards?
You can't.
I was
say,
about to burn out.
I did
He ain't got no standards.
Nah,
but you do.
I was gonna say,
we got different standards though. That's for sure. We had a weave conversation yesterday. It was crazy. He out of control with the weaves. He don't mind them.
let me hear it. I want to know because you know it took me a long time to take the weave out of my head and wear.
yeah, I have no issue with weaves at all. But the thing is that, like, Ness talks about, like, these weaves and how they look cheap, but that's because women get cheap weaves. You get what I'm saying? Like, bro, I'm glad I ain't been in a relationship in a long time, and I'm glad my ex didn't even like weaves because my mans, bro, they be paying $800 for a wig. I'm like, bro, y'all wildin'. And it's like,
Is it forever?
I mean, you know, the girls gonna put it
It's
up.
the upkeep.
They got the mannequins in the closet to put the head. You know,
See,
they got
the thing about that is if you had it depends on the female. You got brand ambassadors and sponsors. Like there's a lot of girls who get hair for free.
Nah,
Like,
yeah, I know girls that do. I know. I actually have a friend that does. You know, but
you know what it is.
I don't have an issue with it. And the whole thing came up because
How did it come up?
He kept calling a bonnet a shower cap, and it pissed me off. It pissed me off.
Yo, they the same though. Let's be real.
No, they're not, bro.
They're just material is different.
Yes, but it's for a reason.
One
bro.
repellent and the other
Look,
is silky.
See,
That's like edges and baby hair.
Ness doesn't know, right? We was talking about the baby hair too.
Yeah, my little sister will be like edges. I'll be like baby hair.
But we was talking about it because I was like, yo, you need silk sheets because you know, cotton pulls on your hair.
Yo, so he seems
It's
to
the
believe
knowledge for me.
No, he
it's
seems
true,
to
it's
believe
true.
he seems to believe that a woman would stay the night at your house, or you know, if y'all live together, wouldn't wear a bonnet if you bought silk sheets.
It depends on what she got in her head. It do depend, but yeah, like
Where I seem to believe, no. Certain women just rather have bonnets all the time. And they go outside with
Go
them
out in their
shits.
bonnet.
Come on, man.
not all women go
I can't
outside
date
with
you.
bonnets.
I can't
After you
date
get
you.
your hair done, you need it to be laid like the little flyaways. Like the bonnet kind of keeps it all in order. You know what I mean?
Do that at home.
Yeah,
I'm not dating anyone that's outside with a bonnet.
Yeah.
And if
But
you're
what you
watching
mean
this
do
and
it
your
at
girl's outside with a bonnet, check her ass.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
When
That's
I
crazy.
started dating my boyfriend, he really got me up out of the weaves because when I tell you, my hair had to be done. I was uncomfortable to a point because I felt like it made me look older. Like I had a whole new persona when my hair was in. I was like an alter ego, you know. And then when I was wearing my natural
It's
hair, I'm
funny.
like,
I went through your Instagram and you look like different people in all those pictures. So I was like waiting for the right moment to say, why did you stop modeling? Because it looks like you can be different people.
Yeah.
Like you have many different looks. It's pretty cool. Like in one, I'm like, wow, I wonder if she's like mixed with Jamaican. Then another one, you look totally Latina. And then you got these twists in another one. I'm like, oh shit, that looks like a Janet Jackson kind of poetic justice.
Gotten that
That's pretty cool. Like you switch it up, chameleon style. That's pretty dope.
Well, the thing about it is I could tap back into modeling whenever I want. I know almost all the fashion designers in the city. I know all the venues. It's just when I'm ready. But I have been tapping back into it a little bit. I just don't like still photography. I prefer I like being in motion. You know what I mean? It's the still photography that I'm not too fond of.
I agree with you. I hate this fucking shoot. I hate shooting still. I'd rather shoot action. Like I love. Yeah, I agree.
Yeah.
I agree with you. On
Gets
that.
my features a little better, my dimples. But like you said,
So how long have you parted ways with the weave?
it's got to be at least a solid. What are we in? Before COVID, like 2 some change. You
2
know what
years?
it was when I was going to Paul Mitchell, right? My first month of school, my first month of cosmetology school. I had been about 22, going on 23. I'm 26 now. They did my hair. We had partner projects. The first, this part of my head, all right here, was like bone straight. It didn't go back curly. So I had to grow it out for a year and some change, and I chopped it all off. Mind you, I never even got hair trims growing up. My dad didn't play about my hair. My dad took care of my hair. He always told me, it's your crown, you know what I mean? And I didn't take him seriously until I damaged my hair and realized just how much it is my comfort blanket and how much I would prefer to have the option to go get hairstyles, not have to, because I fucked my hair up. You know what I mean? So even now I'm trying to teach my little sister. She didn't cut all her hair off. She got pissed and cut her hair off, and now she's wearing the wigs every day.
Like off, like
she cut it off.
Like Sade, what is it? Sade?
I don't even know if she, like literally, if I were to take my head right now and snip right here, that's probably about how much she had left. So
That takes heart.
She's 14, you know, and she had just moved from California to Wisconsin. So the whole identity crisis and everything that you go through, and if no one teaches you how
That
to
must have
manage
been
your
rough,
curls,
right?
Yeah.
Going to Cali, like
To Wisconsin? Mine was opposite. It was Wisconsin to Cali.
no, and that's a better transition. It's like,
Yeah.
you know, warm weather, you're smiling.
You know what?
I think it's a culture shock regardless, bro. Like when I was a junior in high school, my dad, you know, got an opportunity and he was like, yo, we moving to Houston. And I'm like, y'all can move to Houston. I ain't going.
Really?
Fuck that.
So you didn't go?
No.
Wow.
Houston,
Shout out to my
I
son.
feel like a lot of people like Houston.
My son came with me.
But my thing was like, bro, I'm literally about to go into my senior year. And let me tell you, my senior year, I got into the most trouble. I was on probation the whole year.
So you see, you should have just left with daddy.
My mom had to withdraw me from school. Yeah, I couldn't walk the graduation stage. I got in trouble a lot senior year.
I did graduate from an alternative school for missing summer school.
I had to go to an alternative school. Look at that.
I chose
got
to
kicked
work.
out.
I wanted my money. You know, like I said, I moved out at 17. So I was like, man, I need something in my pocket, and I moved out. So, you know, I like to work. And in West Oakland, the dynamic was so much different than James Logan, Union City. If anyone from the Bay knows, they know. You know, James Logan was huge. It was like 4,500 kids. The high school was the size of a junior college campus. Damn. They had a whole different auditorium for arts and whatever. Like, it was a legitimate school. So it broke my heart because I moved in the second half of the second semester of 10th grade. I didn't have no cousins. I didn't have no nothing. It was just me. You know what I mean? At least she has her little brother, and she's moving from faster pace to slower pace. I moved from slower pace to faster pace where girls wanted to jump me. Girls hated me. I never had being light skinned be such an issue in my life. I had crackheads chase me down the street, tell me they were going to rearrange my face. You know, it was a lot. I had to grow up
For
fast.
living in Cali. What part of Cali was that?
I stayed in Oakland.
That's Oakland.
Oh.
Yeah.
You know, so 16, 17, moving to Oakland, and I was, you know, thicker, you know, so I had eyes on me all the time, honking at me everywhere I go. You know, my dad, you know, he just built me to be fearless and just get it done. You know, there's pit bulls and German shepherds behind every gate. You know what I mean? It's different. It's a whole different. When you say culture, maybe because like you know you didn't want to leave high school. That's your culture. That's people you grew up with.
For sure.
Here, everyone is from everywhere. You don't know what school nobody went to. You don't know nothing from past an adulthood. You know, when you have childhood friends, that's completely different than going out into the real world. It's hard for me to make friends now. I got associates.
Austin's born and raised here.
Yeah,
There's a lot of natives.
Everybody that I work with here.
I mean, I've actually met a lot of natives. I swear.
Yeah, like literally, George and I've known George since sixth
George
grade.
is another.
Yeah,
We're
'cause you
all
live
of us
here.
are here. Yeah, like all four of us that work here at the studio went to school at some point with each other.
Right. We
But-
don't,
Yeah, I
we
get
get
it.
that?
What?
Do you have anybody from your school here?
Hell no.
Exactly.
I don't
So
have
that's what we
nobody-
mean when we
Like,
say.
yeah, I don't have nobody. Even still, it's like I don't really feel like I could relate out here. I don't know. I felt so weird when I moved out here. Like I didn't want to go out. When I did go out, shit didn't even seem right. Motherfuckers dressed corny as hell out here. You funny. Nah, but yeah, I don't know. It's just not my thing. But
sad
yeah.
Different speed.
Yeah, but I didn't want to leave. And I was stubborn too. I felt like I knew best, and I didn't want to leave. Like during that time, I'm like, bro, I'm literally like at the peak of my high school career. Like, how you gonna make me move to Texas?
Well, Miss Fabulous Fiona, can you please give out your social media? We're going to go ahead and wrap it up. We do have one, again, because I love being right. Bonnet, shower cap, same thing. I agree with Ness.
Man, fuck that.
Like edges and baby hair.
You know what I'm saying? She also agrees.
No, I don't.
You said edges and baby hair.
I think that it's meant to be the same thing, but as of this era, they're gonna say bonnet and they're gonna say edges. I would say baby hair. Maybe you would say a shower cap because that's kind of dating back.
You're right. Maybe that is it because I'm older.
Yeah.
She's probably right.
Yeah, but it's like I feel like even now a woman would have a bonnet and,
And a shower cap.
and it'll be different.
I definitely
You
have
might be
the
right.
two.
You might be right. But
know what I'm saying?
take that bonnet off. Where could they find you?
So on Instagram, fabulous_Las Vegas, TikTok, Everything Fabulous, and look out for my channel on YouTube, Everything Fabulous as well. And you can also find me on Mayweather Boxing Channel and Pro Boxing Insider.
All right. Well, Danny, where can they find you?
Ringwalk Danny on all platforms.
All right. And you know where to catch me, Ness GTO, Instagram, and Twitter. Catch us on the next one tomorrow morning, 6 a.m. Pacific Standard Time, 9 a.m. Eastern. Arrivederci.